Hello, beautiful souls. I'm SourSuite, and welcome to my channel. Today, we're working on the actual first episode of our Basics Sim4 building tutorial. It's a lot to get out of my mouth. Today is the official first episode of our Sims 4 Basics building tutorial. I'm so excited because we actually get to build walls today and work on things. So we're gonna hop in really quick. Just a reminder, this tutorial series is specifically for people who are essentially brand new to building or have very limited experience. If you consider yourself an experienced builder or something like that, these really aren't going to be very beneficial for you, though they may make you laugh a time or two. For those who are new to building in The Sims 4, I really hope these are helpful, and please go ahead and take the time, let me know if there's anything I missed, anything you want me to make sure to mention in a future episode, and also what you think. Comments are right below. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so we are back at Midtown Meadows. It's the afternoon. We are ready to get going. The very first thing we're gonna do is we're in the same starter build menu with the room. And like I said in the previous episode, you can go ahead and click here and you'll have the empty wall room tools. But what we're actually gonna do is access this menu in a different way because it's going to give us more options. The first thing we're going to do is go ahead and go over to the little house and click where it says walls and empty rooms. When we click on there, you can see that this menu has changed. Now we have walls and empty rooms, half wall trims, and platform trims. We'll get into all those things. The very first thing we're going to do though is go ahead and grab our wall tool. It's hotkey B, or you can always press it. Now to lay down a wall, you're literally, once again, I am in the Sims 4 camera, going to press with your left button and drag. There you go. That's it. To undo, you can go ahead and press Control Z if you are on a Windows. Can't really help you if it's on Mac. I want to say it's Command Z, but Lord knows. You can go ahead and create a shape like that. Just connect the walls as we go. Whoop. A little bit. Now, as you can see, there are lots of different options down here for rooms, walls, all of that. We're going to start with the basic room tool. Go ahead and click and just drag it out. And that's how most people start their first homes. You just draw a big giant box, and that's great. That's where most people start their homes, new or experienced. It's just going to change a little bit how you do going forward. So if at this point you're like, love this, but the lot's a little small for how big of a house we're building, we can go ahead and just click on a wall, and there's going to be all these little arrows that pop up. We're going to get into this menu in just a second. If you see here, you can go ahead and drag, make it larger or make it smaller. Okay, now we have a little bit smaller of a box. In this menu here, you're going to be using this a lot. You can go ahead and raise the platform, drop the platform. You can change wall height. So unlike last episode where we were talking about seeing walls, which we can go up here. We're at the cutaway view currently. We can go ahead and press that, and now all the walls are visible to us. If we press it again, they're gone. I like building with all my walls up personally. But once we do that, we can click on this room. We already raised and lowered the platforms for you. This can actually raise and lower the foundation. A little bit different than a platform, but to use them together is very helpful. Go ahead and drop that back down too. You can go ahead and rotate a room. You can pick it up and move it around. You can also copy it. Boom. Now you have a little bit funky going on there. Go ahead and press Control Z. And now for the wall height. So like I said, you can go ahead and adjust your wall view up there. But to actually change the wall height are these three buttons. So you're always going to start at the short wall height. You have medium and you have tall. Most of the time, you're really only going to need to use the short wall height, sometimes medium. Very rarely are you going to be building something that requires the tall wall height, but play with it. figure out what you prefer. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and leave that a medium wall height. That's normally the first floor wall height that I like to do. Obviously, this is kind of a big box. Well, let's say we want to add another room in there. I'm gonna go ahead and grab the room tool again. Just go like that. So now we have the start of a floor plan, but we're still at that basic box. How can we make it a little bit more dynamic? And pretend this is the front of the house. Nice big front yard. What we can do is go ahead and grab that room tool that we have and just add on. Now, suddenly the house has dimension. We can play with it a little bit more and it looks a little bit more realistic. But say we're not having that as the front of the house. Say this is the front of the house. Well, it's awfully close to the street. How do we bring it back a little bit? Well, of course, like we did before, we can grab this and go ahead and push it back, but we also can go ahead and grab that room tool again and press Control while we're laying it. So this way, when we go like this, it's going to leave up the walls for the main space, but take that other part out. Just like that. This allows you to add dimension in a different way, as well as play a little bit. For now, I'm going to go ahead and just bulldoze the lot. Yes, we are sure that we want to bulldoze the lot. Awesome. Okay, now let's show you a little bit more about all of these different tools. We're just going to touch on some of them, but we will continue to go in more deeper. So this is the custom room tool. Don't use this often. You're going to drag to draw a wall, select the desired point on the grid in order to create the desired shape, and then double click to create the desired shape. Go ahead, and then boom, boom. There we go. There's a room. I personally am driven bonkers by this, so I do not use that very often. You're going to have some of the similar tools that you have elsewhere. So you have a platform tool, goes like that. Boom. Here, we'll go back and we will say that they want a front porch. Now we have a platform. We have one step up, which Sims can do without ladders, stairs, anything like that. Once you hit 2 steps up, you're going to need stairs. You can do that. There's also a basement tool. So if you're in this house and you want to give them a basement, what we're going to do, we're going to go aerial view real quick. Go over here, and then we'll say right here we want a basement. Boom. Nothing happened. Well, if we go ahead and go down to lower floor button, there it is. There we go. Hello. Now, one thing I used to mess up a lot on was I'd be on the basement level and then I would lay down a basement. What happens is that drops that down another floor. So you're creating basement after basement after basement. So just make sure that you are not on the floor you actually want to build the basement on. That sounds so... Now we also have different room shapes here that they already provide for us. Nice triangle room, and then what you can do here, it's just like we did before, you can go ahead and stretch it out all the different ways. Want a nice weird shaped house? There you go. Perfection. And again, you can go ahead and grab this. You can even go ahead, move over here. If you go ahead and press on your keyboard the greater than or less than sign, you can actually rotate the room as you need. Let's do something funky here. There we go. Very thrilling. Go ahead and delete that. And we can just pick up the room like we were going to move it and click on sell, and it's gone. The only thing about that is, as you can see, now we still have those funky walls. So we'll Control Z this and then delete it. There we go. You have a lot of different options down here. You have platforms, flat pieces, decks, round rooms now, all of these great things. They also have a few that are set diagonally. So you have a square room set diagonally, so you can come out from there. Helps if I stay within the border. Now say we want a multi-floor home. How are we going to get there? Well, we have a couple different options. You can go ahead, grab this, copy it, and click up. Again, page up and page down, do the same thing as that button I just clicked, and set it right on top if you'd like. Well, probably helpful if we line it up, huh? There we go. So you can certainly do that, or if we come back to here, we can go ahead and go back to our wall tool, go back to a room tool, either one, and go ahead like that. because maybe you only want a bedroom and a bathroom on the second floor, a nice patio, or we can add roof there too. We'll be getting to how to use the roof tool in a later episode. I'm gonna go ahead and bulldoze the lot, and we'll do a quick little speed build to get us to the shell or foundation for the home we're gonna build throughout this tutorial. Okay, that was a super quick speed build because we pretty much just laid down the basics of what I have in mind. I have lots of plans. I left the top floor open. We're going to change that, but first I want to make sure to get the stairs where I want, and that's not going to be this episode. But down here, I did kind of lay out a little blueprint. My thought is this is going to be the entranceway. We'll have like a big living room, family room area. We may actually do it sunken. I just haven't quite decided yet. If we do, we'll get there in details. I have a little bathroom right here. I'm thinking this is probably going to be an office, the kitchen, and then the dining room. I also have a large wraparound porch here, but plenty of space still in the backyard to get some stuff done. Side yard too. All right, beautiful souls. Hopefully that was a little helpful tutorial. I know it went rather quickly, but I'm really excited that we got started on actually building. There is so much you can do. I've just brushed the surface. Please take these things and start to play around. Remember, you can always delete it. And the only way to get more comfortable is to do it. Again, I want to thank my community members for encouraging me to create this tutorial series. I really hope it's helpful for them and for you. I know we didn't really touch on half walls. We are going to do that more later. The reason for that being, for the most part, half walls I see as more of a design aspect as opposed to a building aspect. Half walls are great for divvying up rooms, for adding protective space around the stairs, adding more fencing types, all of that. But that all feels more like design to me. So we're going to touch on it later. Next episode, we're going to be getting into stairs, those half walls I talked about, as well as adding a floor plan, how to decide what to do. And then we'll also talk about doors and windows, where to find them, how to figure out how to place them, all of that. Like I said, I really hope you enjoyed this and I hope it was helpful. If you'd like to come visit us over on Twitch, it's twitch.tv/SourSuite. All links will be below. Thank you so much and please have a wonderful day.